a quick video on day 3 of my marriage devotional, Two Paths, One World. Day 3 is talking about being angry. And in marriage and in relationships, we know that we get angry, we get upset, and have fights and arguments. And day 3 is saying to go ahead and be angry. It's out of Ephesians 4:25-27, the Message version. You do well to be angry, but don't use your anger as fuel for revenge. And don't stay angry. Don't go to bed angry. Don't give the devil that kind of foothold in your life. There was times where I would get angry with a girlfriend or get angry with my spouse, and I would say that I forgave them, but would still rehearse their mistakes. And I had to grow up in that area of constantly rehearsing what they did wrong, although I would verbally say, I forgive you, and I move past that. I truly in my heart wouldn't do that. I wouldn't forgive them. So as wives, just make sure that when you are walking in forgiveness and you're saying that you have forgiven a person, your spouse, that you actually do forgive them. Don't remind them of what they did wrong, or don't rehearse the mistakes that they have done. Forgive and then forget about it, in the sense of rehearsing over and over the wrongs. So day 3 really is an incredible day for me because I was able to let go and learn to be able to forgive and then move forward. A lot of times we'll hear people say, "Oh, I forgive them, but I didn't forget what they did." And I challenge that statement because, you can recall and remember someone hurting you or doing you wrong, but when you do, remember that, you remember those emotions, you remember exactly maybe what took place, the encounter that took place. And once that person does something else to you, then it's human nature to go back to those emotions of what they did previously. And so I challenge the statement, I forgive, but I don't forget, to try to forget. One of the things that I love about being a Christian is, Christ died for our sins, and he has forgotten what we did wrong. And that means that he doesn't remember, and he's not going to rehearse what we've done or cause us to stumble and have that in front of us again based on what we've previously did in the past. So if your spouse has hurt you, if a friend has hurt you, forgive them and forget about it. It takes time to forget. I get that. But forget about it so that once something else happens, it won't be affecting your decision making at that moment and forgiving them for something else. And there are different levels of forgiveness and different levels of hurt. If infidelity is an issue, then I'm definitely not saying, continue to forget that. If lying and cheating and stealing, those things that are happening in your life, in your relationship, I'm telling you to get out of that. Get help, have them get help, seek counsel, seek wisdom for that. It's specifically, I'm talking about emotional things. You get in an argument and your spouse says something to you that hurts your feelings, or he might say, "Oh, you're ignorant," things like that definitely still hurts us. But should we shut down everything and not forgive them, and then continually remind ourselves of that statement, in 3 years if another argument comes up? So it's so important to just have healthy relationships, to really zero into where you're at in your relationship, me going through the 31 days of my marriage devotional, it definitely isn't something that happens overnight. I'm not suggesting that you make the change. I do want to challenge you, though, in the way you're thinking. Who had you think that way? Who, created those thoughts, or what circumstance created that response that you have when dealing with anger or with dealing with different relationships in your life. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon.